All right. Well, we're like off and rolling. We don't need some sort of big. I mean, we do. Like, welcome to our Philly Dunkin Music Lounge, half alive. Thank you for being here. On 104.5, we were in this black hole of nothingness in terms of shows for a couple of years because of the pandemic, and then it took us a little while to get back up and running in here, and you're our third official studio session. The three of you, we couldn't be happier to have you here, so thank you. Welcome back to Philadelphia.
Thanks for having us
tonight at the TLA.
That's right.
So I obviously want to talk about the new album, which I always think is kind of funny with artists because your latest album came out in December, right? But you'd probably been living with most of those songs for the better part of months or maybe even years. Right? Like, it's old news at this point. However, as we are on the threshold of the month of May and the precipice of summer, which maybe to a Long Beach band isn't as exciting, but to us, like Northeasterners, we're like breaking through into spring and summer. I want to talk about track number 2 from Conditions of a Punk, Summerland.
Ooh.
I feel like that song has just been sitting and waiting for its moment to shine.
Yeah.
And here we are at the end of April. Like, let's go. Here we go with May. So just tell me what you love about the song, how it came about. It feels like such a party anthem. I think down the shore, that's a big thing that we do here in Philly every summer. I feel like that's what everybody's going to be listening to. So tell me about Summerland.
Yeah. It came out of this conversation I had with my uncle where we were talking about seasonal mythology and how all stories are really just one story and it all starts and ends in summer. And so we wanted to sort of use that template to write the song. And so it starts in everything is freedom, everything is blossoming, you're enjoying the fruits of labor. And then slowly throughout the song, it goes around the clock, around the seasons, into the dying of autumn, the death of winter, and the new life of spring. And then we're back in summer for the next chorus. And it continues around the entire circle. But the line, something about May makes it all feel better, is this anticipation of summer where you're in spring and it's just around the corner, and it's almost the waiting for it and the longing for summer is the best part of this hope or anticipation of the greater thing to come. So,
which is life, right? Like, the anticipation of the show tonight, the anticipation of a big festival that we're all waiting for. You're playing Bottle Rock this summer, right? Like, or end of next month. It's so it feels a little bit like a party song, like on the surface, and then you have this really sort of deep, beautiful meaning.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's about to, maybe on a more surfacey level, like I feel like it's ready to just like burst through as we're getting towards summer. So the album is Conditions of a Punk, as I mentioned. It's been out since December. If we ever visit your home of Long Beach,
come through.
What's the one thing that like people will miss, that like you're like, you haven't done Long Beach until you've eaten here or seen this or experienced that? Like, go be the tourism board for a minute. Come and see us at home.
I think there's like the main things, like you probably have to see the aquarium. That's probably a big thing. But then I think we have like our niche personal things. Like during the pandemic, we went to a grocery store called Olive's Sandwiches every day, and that's kind of like
every day.
Every day. That's kind of like our personal.
We tried to coin a sandwich under Brett's name. That was really just one of their sandwiches minus 2 ingredients or something.
Didn't work.
Yeah, we're like, can we get the Brett?
Yeah, so we're still working on it.
Did you like tweet about it? Because I feel like if enough people come in and ask.
We should have.
Yeah, we didn't go as hard as we should have.
Yeah. We needed like a campaign manager. So
There's still time. So we're going to the aquarium and eating at Olive's?
That'd be good.
Olives. Yeah.
Those are the 2 Long Beach things.
I mean, if you're with us, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll get coffee at Rose Parks or somewhere near.
We'll walk on the Strand.
Yeah. Maybe get an acai bowl.
Maybe go to the lagoon.
We'll go to 4th Street. Yeah.
Well, I love that because as you're touring around the country, right, you're like, okay, we're talking about Philly. So I want you to be able to rep home a little bit.
Yeah, totally.
A little bit too. What would you say is the most California thing about either each of you or the band, and the least California thing about you?
The most or the least, or both? Okay. I surf, so that's probably the most
Super
California. I was on the surf team in high school.
There
Even
we
so,
go. We don't have
that's
that.
it's the best, probably the most California thing.
I was on the surf team in middle school, so
Yeah.
Was that a
okay?
one
So
up
even more
right
California than I was.
Yeah.
You just sort of leveled up. Yeah. See.
I was born on the surf team.
Yeah.
I came out of the womb holding a
Yeah.
surfboard.
I was told when we were on tour in Europe, we had our openers that were from Berlin mostly, and I think how I speak is very Californian, and I don't know exactly what I say yet. I think it's because I use a lot of singular words like, oh, sick, cool, awesome, like those things, which I don't know if it's California or just, but that's maybe something.
The sick thing is maybe one of those, but I don't know if it is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell, or just like a Berlin perspective on
Yeah.
America in general.
Yeah. What's the least Californian thing we do? I don't know.
We can skip it.
Yeah.
You're like we're
just
pure California,
yeah.
yo.
Just
It's
California
like-
boys.
We're gunning for you, Red Hot Chili Peppers, for the unofficial
Yeah.
band of the state. Okay, cool. I am endlessly impressed and think anybody who can play or perform or sing music or write, it just is basically a musician. So you're musicians, and the fact that you can do it together and craft it into these beautiful, fun songs, it's like amazing. And then you double down on the dance and the choreography, and my whole brain just can't even understand. And I find it so fascinating and so awesome for somebody who is movement challenged, dance challenged, like myself, 2 left feet. What's your favorite thing about choreography, and what's something like one thing you would tell somebody like me that just is Elaine from Seinfeld, right? That like just cannot dance or cannot move, because you do it not only like in the videos, but on live TV, you know, essentially, you know, on stage, like it's joyful, and it brings such another level to the performance of what you do.
Yeah.
I honestly am like, I wonder if they ever feel like their performance, their choreography almost overshadows how great the songs are, right? Because people are just like so visually wowed. But I'll go back. Dancing.
Yeah.
What do you love about dancing choreography?
Yeah.
What do you love about it? And any tips for those of us who are hurt in
Well,
that
I
department?
do love that the choreo element is sort of this shiny thing on top, like as a just someone who enjoys the show, that can just be enjoyable even if you don't even like our songs. But the deeper you go, the songs will always be the bedrock for the foundation of everything. And so the choreography, I'm not a dancer at all, but I really
Would have fooled me.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Jock Collective, our choreographers, and one of them is Jay's brother. And so I've always been a fan of how they move and how they operate and all of that. And so it takes me about 10 times longer than it would for an actual dancer to learn anything. But once I get it down, I'm like, yes, we got it. We're doing stuff. But yeah, including in the show is a whole difficult thing to sing and dance and move, and it creates just dimension to the show, ups and downs and peaks and valleys that many bands don't have in our genre.
So just keep trying and
Just keep trying, you'll get there. Yeah, that's the advice. Yeah.
I don't think that's true, but I like the positivity.
Yeah.
The positivity in that. Watching one of the Kimmel performances, I was actually like sweating, like how are they nailing all these moves and sounding so good all at the same time? This is my way of complimenting you and saying you do a really incredible job. And you're right, not a ton of artists in the sort of, alternative rock realm are doing it. It definitely makes you stand out. And that's why, as I'm looking at your tour dates, I'm seeing a lot of sold outs as they go, because it's a show, and the foundation of the music being excellent.
The whole experience.
Yeah, it's really cool. So you're very busy on tour through the end of the month of May, as we discussed, and then kind of wrapping up with Bottle Rock in terms of the published dates. Then what? You go home and take like a 2-week nap, like anything that's coming up that we can talk about?
2-week nap sounds great right now.
Yeah, I think we're looking towards what we're gonna do next in terms of like shows and music and all the things. I think once we get back, we're gonna take a second and just sit with what we've had. Even on the writing process, there was a lot of songs that were not finished that kind of just are floating, that we want to just open up and see if there's anything that feels inspiring for next steps for us. So it'll be a moment just to kind of reflect on the whole album process, because I feel like we finished the album, we started building the show, and now we're on tour. So now we can come back, sit with it, reflect, and see what we want to do next.
Get off the hamster wheel for a second and let
Yeah.
art happen,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
like naturally. I like that a lot. We'll wrap up the question and answer portion of this Alt 104.5 studio session in our Philly Dunkin Music Lounge with just few rapid fire questions. I want an answer from each of you, and just it's an A or B, just first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
Day or night?
Day.
Night.
I like the split in the band. In the studio or on stage?
Both.
Is both an answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it
both.
is. This is your interview. You can answer. Like, driving or flying?
Mm,
Can I say neither?
I don't know.
Probably flying.
Train?
Oh,
Oh,
train.
Yeah,
Sure.
that sounds nice.
Yeah, train's great.
Helicopter. Helicopter. Books or movies?
I want to say books, but it's movies for me. Yeah.
Books.
I'm gonna say movies, but I wanted to do both.
You can.
Yeah.
Once you're off the hamster wheel,
Okay,
maybe
yeah,
things
yeah.
will slow down enough you can enjoy a book or two. And lastly, Instagram or TikTok, or you can opt out.
Ugh, neither. Please.
I think I'm on TikTok more nowadays.
Okay.
Instagram, I guess.
Okay. Twitter, Facebook, MySpace.
They all have their places.
They do. It's true. Wow. This is a beautiful Saturday here in Philadelphia, hanging with Half Alive, Alt 104.5, our really great studio audience at our Philly Dunkin Music Lounge. And here is the part where I put the microphone down and the stage is yours. And you have a few songs for us. And we're so glad that you're here doing the strip down thing before you do the full on plugged in show tonight at the TLA Half Alive Philadelphia.
Thanks for having us. First song's called Nobody. 1, 2, 3. So exhausted, ego, feelings that freeload and leave me so empty. All the parties of people moving, the needle obsessing, never ending. Watch me take it over, move your body over, make a little room for me. See him at the top, leave him at the bottom, focus on the come up, become someone. Moving up the ladder, doesn't really matter, cause I'm in the lead. See him at the top, leave him at the bottom, focus on the come up, become someone. More that I grow, more that I've come to know. Yeah, it's hard to be someone, hurts to be nobody. Playing this game, it's easy to lose both ways. Yeah, it's hard to be someone, hurts to be nobody. Oh, I hate loving what you think. I hate the way I change the way I speak. I'm stuck, oh Lord, feeding on the hype, but just because I like it doesn't make it right. Now watch me take it over, move your body over, make a little room for me. See him at the top, leave him at the bottom, focus on the come up, become someone. More that I grow, more that I've come to know. Yeah, it's hard to be someone, hurts to be nobody. Playing this game, it's easy to lose both ways. Yeah, it's hard to be someone, it hurts to be nobody. More that I grow, more that I've come to know. It's hard to be someone, it hurts to be nobody. Playing this game, it's easy to lose both ways. Yeah, it's hard to be someone, it hurts to be nobody. More that I grow, more that I've come to know. Yeah, it's hard to be someone, it hurts to be nobody. Playing this game, it's easy to lose both ways. Yeah, it's hard to be someone, it hurts to be nobody. Thank you. Okay, up next, we have another song.
This song here is called Yosemite.
That's right. You'll have to excuse the tired voice. It's much earlier than showtime is every day.
We knew we were excited to do the radio for Philly, but for some reason all three of us forgot last night that it was tomorrow. So we were just like had a moment of like,
whoa, it's gonna be an early day.
Nevertheless, we're excited to be here.
So, what is home now? Scared, starting over, forever lost. You're a stranger, so how do I return to normal? After strange becomes familiar, see the moon, and every moonrise. What it meant is held in your eyes. What's left is on its own time. I've ignored the place completely. I don't land back on my feet. I feel myself up on you. I feel myself on better days. I feel myself up on you. Presently, it's hard to say goodbye. It's hard to say goodbye. Hard to say goodbye. It's hard to say goodbye. With the brakes, lurch forward, blurry gaze, limp shoulder. Could have been, I couldn't reach. I didn't know that I could fall until I fell back from that peak. Yosemite, I'm on your time. I move slow, pushing sunrise. I wanna know what is heartache when the earth aches and my hands shake. Oh, oh, I feel myself up on you. I feel myself on better days. I feel myself up on you. Presently, it's hard to say goodbye. I feel myself up on you. I feel myself on better days. I feel myself up on you. Presently, it's hard to say goodbye. I feel myself up on you. I feel myself on better days. I feel myself up on you. Presently, it's hard to say goodbye. It's hard to say goodbye. Hard to say goodbye. It's hard to say goodbye. Thank you. Last up.
This is called Did I Make You Up? Yeah, grateful to the radio stations and people playing this song.
Thanks for jamming it. When you think you really know someone and you're blinded by the summer sun, fall in love with who they won't become. Was it ever real? Did I make you up? Was I
Did I make you up all along? I've been waking up. You're clearly disconnected. So who am I connected to? Some person you projected. Were you ever telling me the truth? Hit me all of a sudden, shorty, you saw it coming. I was summer, you were fall. Maybe I was naive, lost in a daydream. And you think you really know someone, and you're blinded by the summer sun. Fall in love with who they won't become. Was it ever real? Did I make you up? Hit me all of a sudden, shorty, you saw it coming. I was summer, you were fall. Maybe I was not. Hit me all of a sudden, shorty, you saw it coming. I was summer, you were fall. Maybe I was naive, lost in a daydream. When you think you really know someone, when you're blinded by the summer sun. Fall in love with who they won't become. Was it ever real? Did I make you up? Did I make you up? No. Did I make you into someone else now? So in love with who you won't become. Were you ever real? Did I make you up?
Half Alive in our Dunkin' Philly Music Lounge. Alt 104.5. The album Conditions of a Punk is out. And now I'm having all of these question regrets. Not really regrets, because I have like 100,000 more things I want to ask you about. Did I make you up a song that we played, a bunch? And I'm not going to ask you a million more questions. So you can exhale now. But every time I'm like, oh my God, it's just the loveliest song. It's just lovely. There's like these little surprises in it. And it's just so beautiful. I love Move Me. I think it's so good. And I went all in on song number 2 on Summerland, right? But there are so many great songs. So we'll have to talk about all of those and more next time that you come back, when you're back in Philly, and we can't wait. Big show tonight at the TLA. Super sold out. Stay happy and healthy and have fun on the road over the course of the next month or so. Wrapping up with Bottle Rock, Half Alive. We're so glad to have you here in Philly tonight and here at Alt 104.5 in our Philly Dunkin Music Lounge. Thank you one more time for Half Alive.
Thanks for having us.